simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. Oh, that's a fine interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, important interception. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Germany clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Royce, he's shifting through, and Royce! And he nearly went all the way.
Royce really ought to have made that count. He made all the right moves.
Goretzka cuts out the pass. Kimmich gets over and intercepts. Now it's Royce. Van Dijk cuts it out. Moved on forwards. Gullit unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Fiddles it through. Always onto this.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Gullit is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of work.
Nothing quite like him in the modern era.
Agreed.
Musiala, he is onto this.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. He's through here. Well timed, excellent interception. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Gravenberg. Kahn, will they claim to that? Wirtz. Goretzka. Short changes him with that pass. And the pass is intercepted. Van der Ven gets across to intercept that. So it is still 0-0. And the counter is on. Van Dijk. The Netherlands trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. 15 minutes till half-time. No, that's been intercepted. Goretzka. And it's Royce. Germany finding their passes. Gullit. And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Gullit. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Gullit. Great ball, and he's in here. It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. Germany faced with a real prospect of letting this slip. So this the chance to fire his team in front. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
The Netherlands penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
That's been cut out, well played. Quality ball. No surprise at all that this is the guy who's had such a positive impact.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring.
And the finish! Yes, it's there! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
De Jong. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each.
A little lost today. Please
It is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. So, both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Now it's Gullit.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left...
Gakpo! No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Rudiger with a fine tackle. Germany have the chance to go the other way. Gravenberch, Gakpo, now it's Gravenberch, and he was alert to it. It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Rudiger, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Wits!
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Great chance! There it is! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
This is quite a battle.
Well, they just...
Gravenberch! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Oh, smashing header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
The attendance for this match was 71,898.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And here's Gullit. He's got the shot away! Decent enough try.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Who saw this coming? It's turned into a real fight to the last. Now it's Gullit. Frimpong. Schneider. That's an excellent interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really...
Chance! Goal, the Netherlands! Into the lead once more. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
The Netherlands get themselves into the lead. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Gravenberg.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Wits. Can he finish? There's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitution for Germany, number 42.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Franz
Quite a
Beckenbauer.
thriller this one's
Coming
become.
on the field.
Well, there's
Number
resilience
10,
for you, Peter.
Matthew.
As a side, they never
Number
lost focus
45,
despite the setback,
Popovic.
and this is thoroughly
Substitution.
merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Nice, ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Germany merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Jong. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He could be in here. Big chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Bullet has found the net here, of course. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Back into the middle. Oh, easy pickings there.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Oh, no, what has happened here? He's had a hit! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Substitution for Germany, number 7. Leon
Germany
Goretzka.
have turned to their
Number
bench
22,
and we're going to have
Rudiger.
a substitution.
Number 28.
Germany complete their comeback
Gio.
and now they only
Coming
need
on
to
the
hold
field.
out for a few minutes.
Number 23.
Great hit!
Number 3.
A real chance and a real let-off.
Anton.
5 minutes to add. Tar attempts a clearance. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Wijnaldum, Frimpong. Oh, that's fabulous. That's a real chance! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph.